All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another Love Island recap, season 7. We're gonna go over the last 4 episodes that have happened since the last video was posted. No, since we last filmed, sorry.
It's been about a week.
Yeah, there's been 4 episodes. Wasn't one on Wednesday, was not one on Saturday, so we got 4 to go over. I mean, insane. It's been drama-packed.
It's definitely been drama-packed, but like, not even in a good way.
Yeah, that's true. I think all of America is just pissed off right now.
Everybody's like,
just
what
pissed.
the fuck?
Like,
it's ridiculous. The only people who probably aren't pissed are like Ace's family.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
I don't remember another time in the history of this show where it's just, you're just mad. Like, mad. The whole time you're like, what the fuck are you doing? You just want to scream at the TV.
The moral, whoa, oh my God.
True one.
I feel like the issue at hand here is that it's almost like these people don't know what the show is about. The Islanders themselves seem to have lost the plot on what the point of the show is.
Yes, I think that's a perfect way of saying it. They've sort of lost the plot, but we'll get into it. Let's go over what has happened.
Okay, let's talk about our presentation.
Okay,
so as you remember last time, I did most of it, and then Cody jumped in at the end and kind of...
You know, I got a little bit of heat for not contributing to the same level as Kelsey. So I took the initiative this week to go
He was like, I want to make it.
Presentation.
And I was like, okay, that's fine with me. I made a beautiful pasta salad this morning.
I worked on this for the last 2.5 hours straight.
Which is funny because last week when I was doing it, I was like, I have to do more. And Cody was like, just do it. Like, that's not that hard.
I was like, none of this, it doesn't really matter if the fucking letters fly in, but you were right, it really did matter.
100%.
Like when the first title spun, I laughed.
Yeah.
And like my team was like, oh my God, when the title spun, I was like, God damn it.
Thanks, team. Team. I think that was what made it so fun.
I almost forgot that was the whole point.
PowerPoint spins. It's the whole point of life.
I almost forgot that was the whole PowerPoint. Okay, let's get into it. Do not look. Entering slideshow mode. Wow. Love Island Season 7 recap for episodes 15 to 18. 15, 16, 17. Yep. By Kelsey and Cody.
Mainly Cody. Only Cody, actually. And I haven't even seen this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as of the end of the last episode that we've covered... What? What?
Sorry.
Was there a joke there?
No, I was picturing you doing it at the last episode, which is when they went to Casa Amor and all recoupled with new people, and it's just really funny to be like, okay, Ace is with Vanna, and it's like, who the fuck is Vanna? But we just don't acknowledge it at all.
And then it ends because that's like literally the last thing that happened.
5 new girls.
Yeah, and that's the whole presentation.
Okay, the current couples from when we last left off.
I don't know if you noticed the spinning
I
title.
loved it.
Okay, we have Hannah and Pepe. This is at the end of the last the last recoupling, by the way, with the doors and everything that we went over.
And I have to tell you guys something. I really want one of those phones.
What phones?
The flip phones.
Oh yeah. That they use on the show. Yeah. We have Sierra and Nick. We have Ace and Shelly, who are all happy now because they're finally together because they're married outside the villa, I'm pretty sure. Whoops. What's going on? Whoops. Sorry, there we go. And then we have Austin and Amaya. And then we have Iris and Jeremiah.
Oh, they look sad.
Thank God. I know that's the only picture I could find at this moment. And the only person left...
Cody, take that off. That is so spooky.
So Huda is now single. Now, let's get started. I had to change it. I couldn't just completely rip this slide off.
No, that's... Like, it could be like the thing.
Now let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking.
All right. Well, next time I'll do that. What?
Oopsie.
Oops.
Cody.
What?
Sierra. That's not at all how you spell her name. It starts with a C and it doesn't end in an H, I don't think.
I don't know.
You couldn't have looked it up.
I'm pretty sure I spelled it correctly other times.
Does it have an H at the end?
Does it really matter? I mean...
Yes, these are people's names. What if someone was talking about you and they kept saying Kodee? Huda continues the crash out. Taylor and Alandria try to be the voices of reason. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Has like the concept of crash out, is that like a trendy thing?
Yeah, it's like slang.
Okay.
Yeah. Crash out is a term.
Because I'm like, what's going on with that?
I didn't really get it either until this year, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
But people have been using that for a little bit. It just, yeah, I didn't really understand it. But it's like when when you're like, oh, fuck this. You know, that's a crash out, for example. Or like, oh, crap, frick.
Yeah.
Crud. Crap my pants. I crap my pants. That's a crap out. Is what that is. Yeah, this is, after this challenge happens, they'll go back to like the, couches and shit like that. And at this point, America is like, finally, Huda and Jeremiah are done. They can both move on and be happy separately. And America can be happy because there's no more of this fucking stupid drama. And we can get back to what the show's about. And the first thing Huda does is sit down. She's like, I can't believe this fucking guy picking Iris over me. Like, just bad-mouthing him. And Taylor and Alondra are like, yo, let's just chill.
They were like, we don't want to hear you.
We don't want to hear it. We're done with this. Everyone's done with it. So just don't talk to him. It's over. And move on.
And but then she's like, yeah, I'm going to be done.
And yeah, she was like, great. Yes.
I'm going to be done. You're right.
Yes.
That's the deal. Amaya wastes no time love bombing the fuck out of Austin. That's not true.
It is true. I went back and watched that moment, and like she was like, I just am so excited to share a bed with someone finally, and she's laying it all on him.
Okay, but
like,
can I
acting like they've been together for
this is
months.
My only thing. I do kind of have a bit of a bleeding heart for her.
So do I. I mean, she is a very
she's
bubbly person.
She's like sweet, and she really is out here like looking for love.
Yeah.
Like truly, I think that's why she came on the show. She didn't have anybody take over her social media. Like she's really just out here like trying to be on the show.
Did she not?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like she just wants to find love.
I feel like
And it breaks my heart because I feel like she gets really excited about things and then like goes all in on them as I think is fine. Like,
and also, this is 2 weeks into the show. She hasn't found anything.
Right,
she's only been fucked over.
Right.
So now finally she's in a couple. So it makes sense that she'd be enthusiastic about it.
But
she was like,
they seem to like
I can't wait to.
I don't think she was
talking like that.
No, not at all.
But she's looking at him like I'm just so excited. Like, this is great. Like, then she kisses him.
I don't think she's love bombing him. I think she just gets like really excited. Like, she's not like, I'm in love with you. You're the best guy ever. Like, she's not using it as like a manipulation tactic. I think that's what love bombing is.
Okay. So I might have been a little harsh with my phrasing here.
I think she's more like just a little bit too excited.
Yeah, right.
Jeremiah and Iris are chatting. Huda interrupts them, even though she agreed to Taylor and Alandria that she wouldn't talk with him, but she wanted closure, aka she wanted to make out with him one last time.
And I haven't seen anyone else talk about this. When this conversation happened, and this moment in the conversation where she looks at him, it's so clear that she wants to kiss him.
Yeah.
Even though she's not even supposed to be talking to him.
Right.
Both of us look at each other and we're like, she was trying to make out with him. 100%. But I haven't seen anyone else talk about it, so I screen recorded it as proof. Watch this. Okay, they're hugging. This is their closure hug, right? This is after they've talked. She does this like creepy little whisper and she's like, I just really cared about you.
Yeah.
I really cared. And he's like, yeah, okay, no hard feelings, whatever, right?
No hard feelings. Okay, they're always gonna care about each other.
Always gonna love you. Hug, right? Watch this. Look at her movement here. Oh.
So she is...
Oh, look, she's looking at his lips, back to his eyes, back to his lips, back to his eyes, arms wrapped around the neck.
I think she absolutely wanted to kiss him. I think she wanted it to be like, see, we always come back to each other.
No, I think she wanted to start things again, honestly.
I think she wanted it to be like a...
Come on.
He can't resist me.
Yeah.
Like, we're always going to love each other. Like, and it's like you guys met 2 weeks ago, and like, you aren't always going to love each other because you never loved each other. And
his face clearly is like, nope, just dodging it. Like, nope. She says... He's like, yeah, no, it's good knowing you. Really nice knowing you. I mean, I actually did think that conversation was probably needed, that moment.
Sure.
But this is right after this happened, right? Jeremiah's finally in another couple, and it was when him and her were on the couch, him and Iris, like talking, and she's like, I think you dealt with this really maturely, and he was like, thank you so much, and
they're talking Huda,
and then all of a sudden, just Huda, like,
do you mind if I talk to Jeremiah
like rounds the corner, and just, you know?
Yeah. Do you mind if I talk with Jeremiah for a second?
Do you mind if I talk to Jeremiah for a second?
Like, you know, just doing her, like, crash out.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Like, sad horse voice, you know, horse whisper.
Yeah.
I'm so hurt.
Okay, so now we've arrived at the one that was already there when the
Iris
slide came up on the
and
page.
Jeremiah start cozying up, but like...
And this is the
moment
moment
It never
when...
seems super... They always kind of gave friend vibes.
I don't know. They kissed that first time.
Yeah.
They seemed into it. But then Sierra, like, sits Huda down and is like, this chapter is over?
Like, first and foremost, almost didn't vote you to be in.
Yeah, right.
And then she's like, the minute you start begging someone to respect you is the minute you start losing respect for yourself, and like all of these smart things that I think Huda needed to hear, and they were like, let's move on.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people gave Sierra a lot of credit for that
Which
online.
she needed.
Yeah.
Because that was a good talk.
Yeah.
Oh, oopsie. Oh, that was a cool little thing that you did. One final effect straight into Meg the Stallion. Episode 16, Cont.
Continued.
They get a text announcing that Megan Thee Stallion is coming to the villa. Everyone freaks the fuck out. That is true.
I mean, I'm talking Ariana walking in times 50. 50. Like, everyone was like, what? Meg the... Ah! People are just screaming, running around. Taylor just, like... They have the footage of him and Alondra like standing on the balcony.
Yeah.
And they get the text and he just dips.
Yeah, and she's like, wait.
Like just runs out of frame.
Yeah.
You know, in the past whenever they have a celebrity on, it's always like to do a performance or something, and it's a little weird.
For sure.
It's definitely a little like forced, and like they're watching them perform and they're all just like having this like private concert with like 12 people, and it's just really awkward. I like what they did this year in integrating a celebrity because she is like a huge fan of the show, genuinely.
Yeah.
So they just had her walk in.
She walked into the villa,
Granted,
walked
the whole
upstairs.
thing. Yeah, she walked into the villa, made it look like she was a bombshell entering the villa.
Yeah.
The whole fucking slow-mo montage.
Right.
And then she was just in there with the girls, like talking with them.
Well, they were
and
like,
they're all
getting
kind of,
ready.
Yeah, they're all getting ready, and they're all kind of freaking out because they're fans of her.
And
but she's
like,
kind of freaking out because she's such a fan of the show. She's like asking them questions.
Yeah,
about
she like knows who everyone is, and
Yeah.
she's like Alandra, and Alandra's like, you know my name. Like they're all like freaking out. Yeah.
which was kind of genius.
It
was
was
like really
awesome.
fun to watch.
It was really fun to watch.
And then instead of a performance, they had her host the game that they were going to play.
Yeah.
Which was also really funny.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the game they played. It's twerk off into limbo into puzzle.
Yes.
Classic party
Exactly.
game that's played in America
Everybody
all the
should
time.
play it. Everybody should try.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Super fun. It's a fun drinking game. Yeah, the twerk off was really funny.
I was like screaming, laughing, but also like so uncomfortable. I was saying to Cody, like, it's like just like one of those things where it's like the girls actually, they're out there thinking that they like have to shake their ass and have to look hot and all these things, and then the boys get to go up and be like, like stupid fucking, you know?
What would you want the guys to do?
No, I just wish it would, like, the girls could have had more fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's like the girls have to be like, bada yada 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 yada, and it's like
I know,
fine.
they're,
Hoda's
like,
like legs are straight up, and like it's like like, and the guys get to go up and be like ding da dang ding 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 doo, and everybody's like
No,
yeah!
they were full on crumping.
Yeah, like they're Ace of course.
They got out there
is
and
like-
fucking. And it's like that's not
like,
really what.
I just thought it would be more funny if it like could have just been like a funny dance off. Honestly, everyone was like really good at it, and so it was like kind of fun to watch. Like I loved watching it, to be completely honest here. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny. Like the girls have to be like, I'm gonna try to do what Huda did. Ow. You know, how did that just happen?
All right, good start.
Did you see that?
No.
Huda was like this.
Yeah, just fucking.
How did you do it? I actually want to know.
How she did it? I don't know. Maybe someone can weigh in the comments.
So that was impressive. Ace was like,
Yeah, can you? Nice. So then they do limbo, which nobody did limbo correctly. They're
Well,
like ducking under the thing. It's like that's not how you play. That's no one was. I mean, there are rules
Cody would have
to
been
the.
so not fun in that moment. There's not how you play. There's not how you play. Limbo.
Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna do something, like do it right. You know,
Yeah.
just like me with this
I'm
presentation.
actually so good at limboing.
Really?
Do you want to see?
Sure.
Okay. What the fuck? That is not fair. I don't like the way
I gotta
that
watch my
looks.
hand
Yeah.
angle there.
I don't like the way that looks at all. Can you
Alright.
go like...
Here, I'll do it like that. Just a... Come on! Come on! Nice!
I didn't do it!
See, this is what they... So that's how you're
Ow.
supposed to do it.
Well, no, it's not, because you're supposed to do it.
Here, hold up your arm for me.
Okay.
This is what they were doing. And everyone like, woohoo! It's like, well, then how do you win? I don't understand. How could you fail? But somehow they did. I don't know how they got through that, but they got through it. Then they had to do a big puzzle.
I think for them, sorry, I'm out of breath from all that. I think for them it was like if the bar fell off. That was how they were out.
Which happened, and then, I don't know. Somehow they got to the end of the game.
The last game was that they had to build a puzzle that was like a picture of the new bombshell, and whoever did it first, that bombshell came in.
That brings us to bombshells.
Cool.
We got TJ.
Oh.
And Adrena.
Whoa.
Boom.
Pretty.
And that was the end of episode 16. Now we have episode 17.
I like your typing.
Thank
and
you.
I like the colors.
This episode starts with TJ doing his introductions. He's a fellow Sagittarius.
Oh.
His favorite food is steak.
What? Did he say this?
Yeah, he sure did.
I am a Sagittarius.
Oh.
And my favorite food is probably steak.
And then Adriana does her instructions. Adrena does her introductions.
Okay.
And she studied global business, and chemistry is big for her.
Did you use AI?
No, I watched the episode and I wrote these. I thought they were funny. It's always fun when you do a joke and someone thinks it's AI. It's always nice. Always nice when you spend 2.5 hours working on a presentation and the first thing is, this is AI.
No, that's good. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah, not really, because AI, you can tell,
Yeah,
which is why I'm a little insulted right now, but that's okay.
It's amazing.
No, chemistry is big for her, you know,
Right.
when she's looking for a partner.
Yeah.
Her type is not as much physical as it is chemistry, the chat. That's what she was.
What's going on? Adrena and Jeremiah immediately start falling in love. Meanwhile, Huda pulls Pepe for chats and tries to come on to him without talking to Hannah, mind you. Now it's not AI. We're back to Cody making it.
I made them all, okay?
Without talking to Hannah, mind you, is a perfect sentence.
Yeah. Without talking to Hannah, mind you.
That's not a sentence.
I know, but whatever. It's a fucking PowerPoint, Adriana and Jeremiah, Adrena, whatever. They start hitting it off immediately, right? So Jeremiah's like, finally, yes, okay. He's kind of moving on right away.
Yeah, and they
Meanwhile,
have...
Hood is like, cool, so I'm gonna find a connection, and she...
Can I say something?
Yep.
Much to Adrena's pleasure,
Okay.
they have chemistry.
They do, yeah,
Like, they actually do.
Actually,
they
really
actually
do. Like,
seem like
immediately
they're
it's
really
like,
hitting it off.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, and I'm feeling like everybody forgot, that's the point of the show.
Yeah.
Sure, 2 days into the entire series, when you're like, I'm in love with you, maybe is weird. Or like, when you're like, you won't kiss another girl, maybe that's a little much. When you find someone and you start vibing and like, you like them, that's kind of the point though.
Yeah.
You know?
So then Huda starts pulling Pepe for chats, even though him
with
and
Hannah.
Hannah are like really good together.
They
And
seem to like each other.
yeah, and Huda's like friends with Hannah, but she's not telling Hannah that she's doing this.
Yeah, and I mean, she would have murdered
Which is
someone.
insanely hypocritical.
Then they play the classic game, dress up like a farmer and spit gum into each other's mouths. Ugh, wasn't expecting to say that word.
Just in case there's any doubts of what that looks like. I was kind of thinking maybe you'd say, it doesn't look like cum, and then I'm like, no, it does, and that's what it's supposed to look like.
That
I'm
is,
pretty sure.
these are two insane screenshots.
This was this was the first scene that I clicked on, was this. This is what it looked like. Every single character did this. This is what the game was.
Yeah, DULAF and SCIEOMs.
Yeah.
Short name
Yeah,
for the game.
yeah. Again, a classic party game.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this one.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love this one.
Farmer Cum Spit. Everyone
Yeah.
knows that.
Oh, farmer comes spit.
Oh. That was cool.
Dolfskiome.
Yeah.
What happened there? I missed your
I had a little couple. Oh.
Ooh.
I wonder why that didn't happen last time. Episode 17 continued.
Huda picks Pepe to kiss.
So,
he
yeah.
sort of rolls his eyes.
In this challenge, when they're all spitting cum into each other's mouths.
Right. They're all S-ing C into each other's M's.
Yes. Huda goes. Like, I think close to last, right?
Yeah.
And as part of the challenge, you kiss like 3 people or whatever, but the last one is the one that you, like, really, like, the girls mount the guy and they sort of simulate sex.
Yeah, so basically, like, you choose someone to do the challenge with, and that's who you do the final scene with. You kiss someone in the middle, yes, someone else in the middle, but the person who you choose to do the whole challenge with, that's who you're spitting the C into their M's, and then also who you're banging at the end.
Yes.
That's, like, the point of the game.
Yes,
And Huda,
so-
watches however many people do this before her.
Yeah. Then it comes to her, and since she's single, she has to choose someone to spit cum into their mouth and then simulate sex with.
Yeah.
And she chooses Pepe, and he's like, all right, like, he does this kind of, like, laugh. He's like, I mean, this is insane, but sure.
Right.
Because it's just not gonna happen.
I'm gonna pick Pepe. Sit back.
But, like, Hood doesn't understand
Like,
that.
he doesn't want to be with her.
Yeah, he, like, clearly is really into Hannah, so he's just like, "Ugh, okay, this sucks for me, it sucks for Hannah.
Yeah. Alandria asks if Huda has checked with Hannah if it's okay to hit on her guy. Huda says no.
After the challenge.
After the challenge, which, mind you, like...
So Hood's like, you talked to Hannah
if-
about this, right? And she's like, no, I haven't. And she's like,
Alandria is
okay, like, what the fuck are you doing? Because, like, if anyone did this before with Jeremiah, you'd be shitting your fucking pants and
She would
screaming at
be
them.
so mad.
Like, it's just so hypocritical.
She was mad at the girl who just, like, America put into a couple with Jeremiah. They didn't even choose it. And she was mad at that girl.
Yeah.
And she had no choice.
Yep. Yeah, this is the same girl that was like, you went to the beach. My favorite kind of date.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody, I mean, he didn't choose that.
Right. Huda then pulls
So then-
Hannah and Jess gaslights her to high hell.
So then Hood like, okay, fine, I should talk to Hannah, right? And she pulls her aside and is like, listen, it didn't even occur to me that I should talk to you. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, but just know, like, we're good. We're good, no matter what happens. And
Right.
Hannah's like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, and it's like she wasn't worried.
Like, you were in the wrong. What are you doing making her feel
Right.
like she's in the wrong?
Right.
It was bizarre. It was
Yeah.
like a masterclass in manipulation. It was truly fucking crazy watching this conversation.
I don't want you to, like, stress. It's literally just, I'm just trying to get to know my options. That's it. What the fuck else am I supposed to do?
So then Huda pulls TJ, but it doesn't really work. He's clearly
He doesn't
not
seem
really into her.
And she
I
like
think-
clearly wants to kiss him.
Yeah.
She's kind of doing the same thing that she was doing in the room with Jeremiah, but he doesn't kiss her.
He's like, cool, we'll continue the chat tomorrow then. He like hugs her.
Oh, listen, it was. We'll talk tomorrow.
Huh?
I know we're Huda bashing a little bit. We're piling on to the dog pile, even though last episode I said we wouldn't do that.
I
but
really don't.
it's just
wanna
been
do
the
that.
fucking Huda show.
Yeah.
And it's just getting annoying. So I'm not as much pissed at her, I'm pissed at the show. Because it's just hard to not be really critical when we're like watching the show and like want it to be Love Island. It's just, so I don't know.
But also, like, it's not just her. Like, I also have problems with other people on the show, like Ace.
Yeah.
Wait, one more thing. We didn't mention, like, so we were talking about how Huda, you know, has watched all these people do the game. So, like, she knew how it worked. And then, like, when she's trying to, either she's telling Hannah or she's telling Alandria after the game, she's like, I didn't realize that if I pulled Pepe, that he would be the person that I'm, like, making out with at the end. And it's like, you know how the game works.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
another
did
thing.
realize that, and that's fine, but stop lying about it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck TJ. He wasn't
No, I
straight up
promise
with
I'm
me.
not that type of person that's gonna be like, fuck you, like.
Yeah.
Fuck you. No, the fuck you're not.
Oh my god! Yeah, she's a little bit of a pathological liar, it seems. Okay, so then, meanwhile, Jeremiah and Adrina are falling fully in love, and my guy is finally
It kind
winning.
of feels like things are going well for him.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Austin is starting to get a little freaked out by Amaya. He's like, I don't know. She's just like way too into it.
She's like way too on me all the time.
Yeah.
I think he just was kind of saying. There is Jeremiah and Adrina
Kissing.
kissing,
or
smooching,
kissing.
and smooching.
Chicken kissing. Kissing and smooching and kind of French kissing and like sucking face a little bit. And they're kind of making out too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And they're definitely swapping spit.
The thing about this show is that it's made me feel so strange about making out all of a sudden. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, is this what people do?
Yeah, this is the way they're kissing. It's
yeah,
just a little
it's. I am feel old. Oh my god, what's this?
bit. We'll see. I don't know. Episode 18.
What is this from?
Now we're finally. I guess we'll see. Now finally we're on episode 18. It starts by Jeremiah and Iris having a nice friendly conversation. He calls her a freaky frog.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
I did kiss him. But I didn't.
Freaky frog!
Basically, she's like, I kissed TJ. And he's
he's
like, you freaky frog.
And then he's like, I kissed Adrina.
I kissed Adrena. And she's
They're like
look
besties.
at us. They're like besties. Now.
They talk
It's
about how
awesome.
it's like platonic and they're like
Yeah.
friends, and it's very sweet.
That's very awesome.
Oh, new spelling unlocked. Sierra.
Nick and Sierra smushed.
Ew, smushed.
They did.
They made love.
They made love. They made sweet love, and they're very open about it in the morning. He's like, yeah, it lasted like 30 seconds, was a little bit embarrassing, but it happened, and he's
And he's
open
like, I
about
don't
it, too.
usually do it this fast.
They're
And she's
usually-
like, they feel like good about it. They seem good about it.
They're usually like kind of weird about sex on the show. Like when people are having it, they'll kind of like show, like imply that it happened, or they'll use some like dumb terminology. Remember that when they were doing
like
that?
baseball time.
Yeah. Like, how many toppings did you get on your ice cream?
Oh yeah, Yeah,
like
yeah,
shit like that. It's
yeah.
like, what are you guys doing? Like, you guys
Right.
are adults. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But this time, he was just like, yeah, we smushed.
Yeah.
I don't think he said smush, but
You didn't, for sure.
no, they're like open about it, so it's kind of.
Yeah, they're kind of like everyone on this season is like, besides, select few, are like super immature, but at least they talk about sex openly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're showing their immaturities in other ways, so they can't like be fully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Nick and Sierra have this conversation where she's like, I got weird feelings when you were kissing other girls in the challenge yesterday. I think I really like you, basically.
And it was like I will say, that girl knows how to like express herself, I think, in a way that's like very put together and very open, but not being like too like therapy talk.
And also not being too, what's the word I'm looking for? Confrontational. Like she's not like,
just like these.
She's like, hey, this is how I feel.
Right.
And she's totally willing to hear him out.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like, yeah, I don't want to be closed off.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm not going to say I'm not attracted to Adrina. He kept saying.
Yeah. Adrina.
But.
And she was like, this sucks. Because like they
and she was
just had
kind
sex.
of, like,
And now he's like, yeah, but I'm like still down to explore other people.
Huda is somehow confident that DJ. Actually, so true.
I feel like he was like working out at the gym and she was like,
he doesn't give me any attention. It's like probably because he doesn't like you.
Yeah, they're all
but it's like you're already complaining about this guy not giving you attention.
he doesn't at all.
We're not gonna. In fact, he's a comment with her being like, yeah, I'm not into you. And she's like, I promise I'm not the type of person to be like, fuck you for leading her on, even though she is.
We saw that in the previous.
Yes.
In the line clip.
Yeah.
Okay. Dun dun dun. Now we come to potentially the most fucked up moment of the show thus far.
Yes.
That's why I made it red, because this is serious.
Yeah.
Was not fun to watch.
Not
and here's what happened.
Even at all.
So all of a sudden, they get a text, right? Go around the fire pit. America's been voting on who their
least favorite islanders.
Yeah, least favorite islanders are. These end up being the least favorites. So now they're bottom three guys, bottom three girls. So now they're all at risk of being dumped.
Which I'm assuming America voted, and I could be wrong, on the couples. Because how did it end up that these three couples ended on the bottom?
Oh, good
point. Is that
point.
just a coincidence, or
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Question.
Because they made it seem like it was separate, like just least favorite islander, but just I feel like very rarely this happens where.
So, anyways, three couples are in the bottom six.
Yeah.
So
Bombshells
now
aren't allowed to vote, and then the surviving islanders, so the people who got saved by America, the girls had to vote for the girl they want off, and the guys had to vote for the guy they want off.
So now, who would you guess gets voted off? Considering Jeremiah has an amazing connection with Adrina, right? They're very into each other. Pepe has an amazing connection with Hannah, right? Both of these amazing connections are flourishing, right?
Yes.
Potentially, maybe even into love. This is Love Island, after all, right? Mm-hmm. Austin, been kind of fucking around, has not found a connection, doesn't really seem like he will, right?
Iris and TJ, by the way, forgot to mention, they're into each other. While he wasn't into Huda, he was into Iris.
And then Amaya, again, not
Finding
looking like it's gonna happen for her on this season.
Yeah.
So who would you assume?
Probably Austin and Amaya, right?
Right.
And like you would think that the Islanders who are part of this would put that together as well. And I'm gonna be so fair here. If they voted Iris, I wouldn't have been happy because I really like Iris, but I would have maybe understood a little bit more. She's not in a solid couple. Her and TJ seem to like each other, not as much as Jeremiah and Adrina, but they seem to like each other, but like she also really hasn't found like that deep of a connection.
Right.
Like I wouldn't have been that surprised. That being said,
let's find out who does get dumped.
Hannah
and Jeremiah.
Wow, jeez, in front of the trash pile and everything. Really,
I wanted to make it visual, you know.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but sad.
Like, what the fuck? This is what we were talking about at the beginning, that the show is just pissing us off now. It's like, why the fuck? The only reason the guys did this to Jeremiah is because they're jealous.
Right.
Because they also wanted to...
They all thought Adrina was attractive and all wanted a chance to get to know her. She wanted to know Jeremiah and they were into each other. The guys were pissed. Little Ace was threatened. He was just threatened. He's been threatened the whole time. I just don't understand. And also, like, why Hannah? I'm having such... Like,
They didn't show them talking about it?
They didn't show the deliberation.
So nobody knows why. They just happened and then we're like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Why?
I think they... Are you kidding me? Why?
The fuck is going on?
I'm hoping we'll show this deliberation at some point.
They have to at some point. Maybe movie night or something like that.
Would hope it was movie night, but I wish Jeremiah could be there to see it. I also wish Jeremiah could be there for movie night so that they'd maybe show some like Huda action, because I feel like Jeremiah kind of got the brunt of like everybody thinking that that's why
Yeah.
that connection blew up the way that it did, when I think it had a lot to do with her. Not all to do with her, but a lot to do with her. I just wish he could be there to like have some like moment of glory. I think I
He just cannot win.
I just
he
think-
he just
and then
every time.
why Hannah? Like, I don't understand. And basically, you kind of heard them kind of like discussing it after why they made these choices. I mean, the guys were never too clear about Jeremiah. I think it's because they're all threatened. But the girls were saying, like, she hasn't really explored too much. Meanwhile, she's had 2 good connections. Then someone else said, yeah, she had 2 solid connections, and Amaya and Iris didn't have a chance to make those connections. It's like, why is she being punished for doing that? I don't know.
That's the point of the show.
That's the point. And then also they're like, if someone's too secure in their couple, they think that they're playing the game wrong. That's like the idea that they have right now. And I think it made sense a little bit when Jeremiah and Huda were so closed off from the start. I think for them to be like, you're not exploring.
Yeah.
You're not exploring and that's not fair. I think that kind of made sense. But to be using that argument still at this point in the show for people who have explored, like Hannah, who explored her connection with Pepe even though she liked Charlie. She played the game perfectly. She did exactly what she was supposed to do.
she's
Now
not
she's in
on the
trouble for
show.
that. Meanwhile, Taylor and Alandria have been in a couple the entire time. They're not challenging themselves. Sure, she connected with Jalen a little bit, but like not really. Also, like Taylor hasn't connected with a single other girl. Like
He's clearly not there to for love. He's clearly just there to fucking get exposure and be funny, which is not the point of the fucking show.
For these 2 people to be punished for having connection, and the guys are like, he's gonna do the same thing that he did with Huda, and he's gonna like love bomb him. It's like, no.
No, but it's also like the second time.
Right,
You can do
wanted,
that.
you wanted him to move on. He did. Now you're mad at him. Now he found another connection. Now you're mad because she didn't choose you guys. Sorry. And also Nick, I like Nick. He should be so thankful that he is with Sierra.
Right.
He is extremely lucky to be with Sierra. He should stop like thinking that the grass might be greener somewhere else. She's with Jeremiah. Why are you jealous? You're with fucking Sierra. Like
Yeah.
I just, oh my god, it pisses me off. And I like Nick. I don't like Ace. I don't know them personally, but on the show I know.
Yeah. Okay, so that comes to.
Sorry.
Okay,
I
so that
really went.
You really went on.
I am so sorry. Like, this is like therapy.
So that brings us to potentially the best run of television in any show out of the entire year. Casa Amor on in Love Island. Casa Amor, if you don't watch the show,
Casa Amor through movie night, I would say, is the best.
Yes, that's the best run. If you don't watch the show, Casa Amor is when the girls and the guys separate. They bring in a whole new cast of girls and a whole new cast of guys. They make them flirt for 3 days, and they come back, and they have to either decide whether or not they're gonna stay with the new person or stay with the old person.
Kind of like a loyalty test kind of thing. Also, mind you, at this point, usually in the show, there's usually one couple who's boyfriend and girlfriend or closed off. 1 to 2 couples who are closed off. Right now in the show, no one is, which is, I think, is rare.
Yeah.
Because apparently they think you're not supposed to be. I don't know. These are the new girls that came in to the boys. We have Coco, Clark, Vanna, Jaden, Grayson. Good.
Grayson.
I like your alternating
I didn't mean to
effects.
do that.
Oh.
And now for the boys, we got Zach, Elin, Ja,
What?
JD. Yeah. I thought his name was like Ja.
No, but like this is the thing. Like I don't even understand. Like you just accepted that was his name. Like we watched a whole TV episode with these guys last night. You would have seen someone named Ja and like thought about it. You didn't even think like that seems wrong.
I did. I thought about it for a second, and I was like, oh, well, I don't know. Let's not remember.
Ja.
Brian. Which, I mean, insane tattoos. I don't know what's
Kind
with the
of all
tattoos
around,
this season, but
yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Caution tape? The world is yours.
Chris and Zach C. So there's Zach with a K and Zach with a C. Episode 19 continues on.
So they all make out with each other a bunch, and then they decide who they want to couple up with, which is different from past seasons because normally they come in, they just mingle, and then at the end they decide whether or not they're gonna recouple or stay with the person they were with before going to Casa Amor. But this time
it's basically like they're like, let's make it like this is the first day in Love Island again.
Right.
So they all have to get into a couple. They all get to know these people. And I actually kind of like this because I think it forces everyone to talk more.
Yeah.
Whereas normally there's always like the 2 guys who go sleep outside. Girls who come in for the show and never get any screen time.
Yep, you're right.
I think this is better.
You're right.
And it like actually kind of tests their relationships a little bit more. And it would be more interesting if someone was closed off or someone was boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're not.
Yeah, fresh start, I believe, is the terminology they used. Somehow Taylor got 2 of the girls to choose him. Somehow. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Nothing against him. I mean, he's a funny guy, but like there's just zero like sexual charisma about this guy.
Yeah.
Which is just,
But
I shouldn't be the one judging sexual charisma of the dudes, but I just, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Hood.
Somehow Hood got
Somehow Hood got chosen as well.
What's that picture of Demi Lovato, the Poots? This is like that
Hood
picture
is
of
her-
Huda crying is Hood.
Yeah. She also got chosen, and then it left one.
Which, could you imagine? Like, these guys, sorry to interrupt you, but these guys have watched the show.
Right.
So you've seen the way that she's treated Jeremiah. And then to just come in the show and be like, I want that, is insane.
That left TJ alone.
And Nick alone.
TJ and Nick were alone, but then Nick eventually went with someone else. And then Shelly got 2 guys, picked one, and then the other one went to Alandria. Amaya and TJ are both single in that case. And if they don't make a connection with someone by the end, then they are at risk of being dumped. 24 hours, not even the end, because I think they're in there for longer than 24 hours.
Oh,
they have
right.
24 hours to make a connection. If they don't, they're at risk of being dumped.
So, the new couples.
A fresh page, a fresh start. It's beautiful.
We have them.
Pepe and Grayson, Nick and Clark, Austin and Jaden,
Ace and Vanna, Taylor and Coco. And then,
oh my god, that is beautiful.
for the other side, we have,
Whoops.
Adrena
and Brian.
We have
Alandria and Zach with a K.
Sierra and Elin. Shelly and Jaw.
Chris.
Oh, no, Chris. Oh, that's Jaw, right. Hood and Jaw.
Hood and Jaw. And Iris and Zach with a C.
C. And then am I single?
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Now, let's get Casa Amora-ing.
Did you like my presentation?
I really loved it.
Good.
Actually, you crushed
Okay,
it.
good. All right.
You're really
Thank you.
good at it.
Thank you.
Like, way better than me.
No, not at all.
With all your pictures
I
and
took
stuff.
what you did and I built off of it.
Yeah. We make a good team.
Yeah.
Cody did ask me to find some memes. He said, can you look for some memes on your feed? Just scroll for a bit and save any that are funny. So I did.
Okay.
Here's the...
Which one? This one?
That one. This is the first one that I found that I liked.
Imagine hating me when I'm just in my room like...
away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
That one made me laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
That one's all right.
I also thought this one was really funny.
I never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. I never seen you shine so bright.
That's good. That's
That
really
one I
good.
got a kick out of. Okay, no, so I actually did find some Love Island ones because I know
Okay,
that's what
yeah,
Cody was
yeah.
talking
Right.
about.
Okay, yeah.
I found myself on like Love Island AI.
Oh, no.
And it's so spooky.
Us 3 will stick together.
Yes, sir, brother. I'm Team Daddy Ace all day.
What the fuck? What is
That's
Ace,
Ace,
this?
Nick, and Taylor.
I'm just saying, what the fuck?
I don't know.
All right, boys, now do what I showed you.
Yeah, Ace. He's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Why were they Australian?
I don't know. And why their shirts say Love is.
I hate it. I hate
it a lot.
I hate it.
But that is what it feels like when you're watching Ace and Nick and Taylor sometimes. Here's another
Ace
one.
is just like, we gotta vote out Jeremiah.
And
He's
they're
just
like,
he keeps closing himself off. He's not letting himself have new opportunities. You know, he's found love, which is fucked up. And they're all like, yeah, no, you're right, Ace.
Nick and Sierra have been from the start
You're
pretty much.
so hot, Ace. You're so right and you're fucking hot. That's it for this recap. If you want us to do this again, please let us know. Like the video. That would make us feel very gratitully. And we will see you next week.
Love you.
By the way, this might come out on Sunday. Perhaps last weekend's was Sultry Sunday instead of Sultry Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know why we did that, but we did. And I don't know, it worked kind of well. So unfortunately, you might need to look for something else to watch while you eat on Saturday. We'll see. But let us know if you like this.
Totally.
And we will see you next week. Goodbye.